What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Not Sip Bayless Sports Podcast. My name is your host, Not Sip Bayless.
Run it back. You said podcast. My name is your host.
Keep this all in. What's up, everybody, and welcome to the podcast, Not Sip Bayless. I'm your host, Not Sip Bayless, and I am joined by my two idiots on my
Done.
Just keep going. God damn it.
We have with us today in the studio the jockey of the horse, Bodie Express. Welcome, Mr. Jockey. And we also have the horse of the horse, Bodie Express, with us. Welcome, horse.
I'm never coming back! I swear, you're supposed to finish both top. I just got out the joint and I ain't going back! I swear, I put money on you.
I don't have a horse impression.
I want this to keep going on.
I really wanted the racing stripes reference.
The racing stripes.
We talked about that, but
I didn't want to
tease
do
me
it.
with it.
I didn't want to do it.
It's okay, guys. We have a lot to talk about today, so we can move on. No, we don't. We got some NBA stuff to talk about.
A horse hasn't been this displeased with his jockey since Tobey Maguire and Seabiscuit.
That's a quality reference there.
He's not even a bad jockey in that movie.
Any other?
Are you trying to diss on Seabiscuit?
Any other horse
One of the
themed
most
references?
celebrated horses of all time.
I'm
right.
really just dissing Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, what you got against Tobes?
He's a shitty Spider-Man.
Okay.
Okay.
Stop romanticizing those movies because you watched them when you were a kid.
No,
those are
we're
garbage
not.
movies.
Hey, sir. I did not watch them when I was a kid. You can fuck off.
Moving on.
Alfred Molina as Dr. Octopus and Willem
I'm
Dafoe
an
as
old
Green
goddamn
Goblin
man.
get completely wasted because the most memorable villain.
Slice of young ginger.
What did your Siri just say?
She was chiming in to remind you that Topher Grace played Venom, and we should burn those movies.
God.
You know what?
All
I'm
right.
a bit of a scientist myself.
All right, so our first actual sports topic of the day. We are... Yeah, you good? We are in the heart of the conference finals in the NBA playoffs, East and West alike. Not really in the heart of the West anymore. That kind of shriveled up and died.
The heart of the West won,
Yeah,
and everyone else bowed.
yeah. But the East is shaping up to be a fun little series.
I didn't see tonight coming. I didn't see it coming.
As of this recording, Game 5 just recently concluded with Toronto taking a 3-2 series lead. How do we feel about that? You said you didn't say it coming.
Back to the 6 for Game 6. I did not think Toronto was going to steal a game in Milwaukee. I didn't. Honestly, I said before this, you know what? I just realized we didn't air last week's episode, so no one knows. But I did say that neither of these series were going to go 7 games, and now the only way that happens is if the team I predicted to win the East gets beat in 6 games.
Yeah.
Fred Van Vliet is my poppy.
It's about time that Van Vliet had a great shooting game because he has not been shooting well.
He is not. What did he consulting the
I don't know what
box
his
score?
numbers are.
Yeah.
Down the stretch, though, when I was actually watching the game, he hit real well.
He did. He had a
did.
really nice fourth.
Very
he had a very
clutch.
nice second half.
He hit it good.
He hit that basketball.
Hit that real good.
Quick, someone come up with some filler. Oh, wait, did I interrupt the filler?
Nope.
He was 7 for 13 for 21 points. Big deal was he went 7 for 9 from 3.
Oh.
So he hit 7 threes.
That is efficient.
That was all of his scoring. He also played 37 minutes,
Wow.
which is more than Danny Green or Siakam played.
Wow. Danny Green played like shit.
He played 16 minutes.
And how much did Siakam end with?
Siakam had 14, but he also
Yeah.
had 13 rebounds.
Oh, wow. So he helped out there, but like when we were watching it didn't seem like Siakam was really doing as much as it seemed that he's been doing previously in this series.
Listen, the Raptors are going to go to the finals without OG Anunoby having played a game in the playoffs. That's impressive.
I don't know yet. I don't know. I'm not ready to call that.
Oh, I'm not calling it yet either. I thought for sure Milwaukee would win a game in Toronto. Now they have to. And if they do, then I'm all for a big Game 7. We have not seen the Giannis that we've expected to see.
I think they're stifling him. I think they honestly might have him a little figured out.
I don't know that you have him figured out so much as you have the rest of the Bucks figured out, which is that you say, okay, we do whatever we can to stop Giannis. Dare someone else to beat you besides Brook Lopez, who's playing well.
There was literally a point in the game today where
did not play well as far as I saw this game.
Marc Gasol was rebound. That's not bad.
That had to have been early though, because he really wasn't a factor down the stretch.
That's an efficient game. Like bigger problem is Nikola Mirotic played 9 minutes and managed to miss 4 shots in those 9 minutes. He did not score.
There was a point in today where Marc Gasol was guarding Giannis, and Giannis just came down and just ran into, almost elbowed Marc Gasol in the face. And then like the announcers were just like raving on how great a defense it was on Gasol's behalf, but it was just like, no, he literally just stood there and didn't move. Like,
I mean, if I'm the Bucks, game that Giannis
you're not actually like saying what actually happened was the ball got dislodged and then there was a turnover.
Yeah.
And so they were like, what great defense. Which, legitimately, it was good defense. He just didn't do anything excessive to try to dislodge that ball. Besides, Giannis raised it over his head when it didn't need to happen.
I think what Toronto is doing really well, though, in that aspect, is they're just clogging the lanes and not letting Giannis just bulldoze his way in and lay the ball up.
Which is odd because he was 2 of 3 from 3 tonight.
Yeah.
And if you're the Bucks, you got to feel great about that, but you still couldn't win.
Yeah. And one of those, the 2 was in the fourth quarter, like late in the fourth quarter.
Right, if he can knock those down.
When I think he really needed a bucket.
Now, the bigger issue is Chris Middleton was invisible tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, totally non-existent.
Now, let me tell you, Chris Middleton had a double-double, and he did not score 10 points. That he had 10 rebounds, he had 10 assists, but he scored 6 points. Listen, Chris Middleton, you're an all-star. You don't get to do that. Draymond Green gets to do that because of the team he's on. You don't get to score 6 points in a playoff game.
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
Get your game on. Go play.
You are debatably the second option on that team.
You are the second option on that team. There were 2 all-stars on that team.
Yeah.
There are not many teams that
and you're the shooter.
You're the team's best
shooter.
Option.
You're the team's best shooter. You cannot score 6 points against a team that is clogging the lane and daring anyone else to beat them. That can't happen. He only took 9 shots.
In my definition, though, and you brought up a good point before the episode. I said in my definition of a good series, this is turning into a good series because I say a series doesn't really get interesting until someone takes an away game, and then you brought up the question of
through 4 games, one of the conference finals was over, and the other one was 2-2. Are you telling me that the sweep was a better series? Because a road win had not happened yet at 2-2 in the East. So is the 4-0 sweep a better series than 2-2, both home teams hold serve?
No, I will say...
That's not a real question, is it?
No. I'm poking fun at his...
I agree.
But no, like, in the defense of my argument, I will say that when it was 2-2, I didn't think that it was as interesting until Toronto won this game.
Now, you could also argue
while
that the Western Conference Finals was more interesting because even after 4 games in which there was a sweep, Portland had led for 20 more minutes of game time than Golden State had.
Yeah.
They were competitive the whole time.
And
they just could never who does this sound like? They couldn't finish the game.
Yeah. The Pacers.
Our hometown boys. They didn't have
it's not
the juice.
But yes.
And it's unfair to compare it to Golden State, who has all the juice. Even when Kevin Durant's not playing.
Well, apparently he might not start the finals.
But Boogie might.
Golden State did not need Kevin Durant. They just needed Kevin Durant to not be playing against them.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
Yeah.
If they could pay Kevin Durant his salary to sit his ass out and not play, they'd be just as successful.
Yeah.
Which is what they're doing right now.
Which is what they're doing right now. They
But I
literally
guess-
just needed him to not be playing, and they needed him against LeBron.
Yeah.
That's the one time they have needed him to win a series. Was he is perfect for their team when they're playing LeBron.
Steve Kerr's just trying to become double Thanos.
Steve Kerr? I don't know. He said
He said it a couple times.
Okay.
We've been letting it go.
Steve
It's
who?
definitely Kerr.
Kerr?
Yeah.
Steve Kerr.
Oh, Kerr.
But yeah, Steve Kerr is really running that team.
Kerr is there.
Steve Kerber.
Steve Kerber. Gerbers.
Steve Care Bear.
Stephen Colt Kerr.
Anyways, finish what you were saying about Steve Kerr.
He's just trying to become double Thanos.
Wait, what?
He's trying to have that many rings.
Just,
Oh.
yeah, he's gonna get.
Oh.
That's Mandarin.
Dude, if I was one of those, how many rings do they have at this moment? Or it's like the main core.
The
like
main
Steph,
core?
Clay,
4.
4?
No, 3.
3?
They won 1, and then they
Lost
won.
one.
Then 72 games and they lost, and now they've won 2 in a row. They're gonna win 3.
Okay.
One that they
So if
won
they
one.
get 5, they should have like them all colored differently for the
For an
Infinity
Infinity Gauntlet,
Stones.
they should have.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That'd be dope. They should
Can you-
totally
Can
like.
you retroactively do that?
Yeah,
do
I
you
mean,
have to,
You could probably
call
get
it
a
right?
stone affixed to it.
You know what?
Probably take it to,
You know what
Peter
I want though
Dinklage.
is I don't want all of them to make it. I just want like Steph
Yeah.
to do it because I don't want them all
What
to.
about Clay?
I don't want them all to. I want Clay to go get his money.
Yeah.
And if
That's true.
if Golden State's gonna pay him because now
That's true.
he didn't make an All-NBA team, so he doesn't, and he doesn't have.
That dude's so high, he doesn't care.
He's not Supermax eligible, so they can pay him just a regular max contract. So maybe he comes back. I hope he does. But I want Clay to go get his money. Well, he's sacrificed enough for that team.
Now that is
Just want that guy to get blazed and feel happy.
that does segue nicely into our second topic of the day. Is a lot of the All-NBA teams have been released.
A lot of them, meaning all of them.
I guess
There's only 3.
you're right. You're right. Yep, you're right. So
Can you
all
believe
of
there
them
wasn't a
have been
pacer
released.
on the 8th team All-NBA?
But that does
It's
bring.
a travesty.
So let's talk about the All-NBA first, second, and third teams. So the first team, you got Giannis, Steph, Paul, Harden, and Jokic.
Yep.
Now, do you feel? Is there any debate there? Do you?
You got your 3 finalists for MVP.
Yep.
You go with the top point guard and a guy in Jokic who was probably just outside of your top 3 for MVP. I got no problems with it.
Yep.
And then second team, you got Kevin Durant, Joel Embiid, Kyrie Irving, Kawhi Leonard, and Damian Lillard.
Hard to argue with
there-
any of those guys. Again, I can't. It's a difficult distinction to make.
Can I be a difficult person and say that I don't think that Kyrie deserves the spot that he has?
If I'm going to drop anybody out of that group, it's Kyrie.
Yeah.
He's...
What guard you put in there instead?
I don't know who I put there instead, but I know that
Kemba
he's
or
the one
Russ.
person...
I'm putting Kemba there.
Yeah.
I
I can definitely take that.
So if you drop Kyrie out of second team, put him on third team. I say Kemba and Kyrie are and Russ are interchangeable there. So you're left with either Kemba and Kyrie or Russ and Kyrie. Do you drop either of those 2 for Clay?
Well, nah.
I don't think you do. They all
That's
had
tough.
better regular seasons than Clay.
But I'll say with Russ, we just keep ignoring the fact that as
He's
much as it's
averaging a
become
triple-double.
yeah, as much as that has become nuanced,
We
that's
can't.
still a fucking important thing.
It's hard.
It's
we
still so
right.
stupid.
We shouldn't punish him with voter fatigue for doing something that's never been done before.
Right.
Just because he's making it look pedestrian doesn't mean it isn't unreal what's happening.
And I think that we've also had everybody get annoyed with the fact that they think that he's just trying to chase stats,
Yeah.
which can be seen.
He does sometimes, I think.
Yeah, and you can see it, but it's still, even with those like small stat chases, he's still. That's still stupid numbers.
Those are
stupid numbers.
Those are insane numbers.
Now, lastly, we have the third team, which is Rudy Gobert, Blake Griffin, LeBron James, and then Kemba and Russ.
No qualms. You maybe swap Kemba or Russ, like we said, move them up to second team and drop Kyrie to third. But I have no issues. Blake Griffin didn't get enough credit for the season he played.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see him get third team All-NBA. There might...
Didn't he drop 50 like twice?
Right.
Or was it just once?
I think it was twice. There might be a forward you could argue gets in over LeBron, but only because
he got hurt.
Only because LeBron's numbers this year look really low compared to the numbers we're used to seeing from LeBron. Look at it. Take the name away from the stats and look at it. He's obviously a third-team NBA player, maybe even second team. But because it's LeBron, and you're like, well, that's not LeBron numbers, so you want to drop him. He can't drop out. Absolutely.
No.
He's not the best player in the league anymore, like he's been. I'd argue every year up until this year, but...
He can still come back.
All right. I'll ask a question of the podcast.
All right.
Not start a team with this player right now, but which players in the league right now, this season, were better basketball players than LeBron James?
That's a hard question to answer because in what aspect
and their impact on the game all around. I'm not saying who's a better scorer, who's a better defender, who's a better two-way player, who impacted the game more positively for their team than LeBron James did. Who was the better basketball player?
I'd say Giannis.
I agree. And I don't think the list stops there.
Or Kawhi.
I agreed.
I think without Kawhi or Giannis, those teams don't make the playoffs.
I'll say only Kawhi because of his performance in the playoffs so far.
Yeah.
If you look at Kawhi's regular season, he didn't turn into the cyborg that he's been in these playoffs. Mm-hmm. He's been the best player in the league in these playoffs. Yeah. Part of it is because Toronto's diminished Giannis, and that hasn't been because Kawhi's locking him up no matter how many times people try to make that the narrative. He's not even guarding Giannis that often.
Yeah.
But Toronto's playing fantastic team defense on him. I'd say Kevin Durant's been a better player for his team than LeBron James has been this year. Yeah. Now, that's hard because when LeBron James kicks to a shooter with any amount of space on his team, you have no idea what's about to happen. Whereas when KD does it, it's 3 points and you can get back on defense.
But I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, actually, because the Warriors might fuck around and win a title without Kevin Durant.
Right, I don't care how good the team is without Kevin Durant. I'm telling you, when I watch Kevin Durant play basketball this season, he's a better basketball player than LeBron James. And part of it is where the league's gone. He's a better shooter than LeBron. He always has been. Honestly, he's a better defender. He's a more versatile defender. He's quicker on his feet. He's longer. He can.
You're not talking about the more fun question, which is who wins 1-on-1.
In a game between those two, KD does.
No. In between everybody that is in
that should be an all-star game. King of the
tier.
Court should be an all-star.
How fun would that be?
It would be. How many dribbles do the players get?
2 or 3.
Because otherwise, Steph Curry wins.
Yeah.
Because none of those big guys can stay in front of him, and he needs no room to shoot.
Yeah.
You think that he beats KD?
I'm not saying he can.
With his length?
Even
PG.
There's not a human being that can stop Steph Curry from getting that shot off, and he is too good at it.
I don't think that's true.
I don't know. I don't think
that's true at all.
With 2 or 3 dribbles, I don't think Steph Curry.
That's why I'm saying if you knock it down, then yes, I think probably Kevin Durant.
If you have unlimited dribbles, then sure, yeah.
It's him or Kyrie.
Yeah.
But
you think that he can shake somebody that easy?
With unlimited dribbles, yeah.
Have you been watching him, man?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I think that there are enough people that can handle him laterally.
2-3 dribbles, it comes down to
where they can take him down. As far as because 1v1 is a completely different beast.
I agree. I'm going KD. 2-3 dribbles. Yeah. He's got the mid range. He's got the perimeter game. If you overextend, he can get by you. If he picks up his dribble at the free throw line while going backwards, he can get to a dunk without traveling.
Yeah.
That's. Yeah. And Giannis can do the same thing, but Giannis can't shoot. Mm-hmm. So if you ask me to pick a King of Court winner,
Wiggins can too.
I'm going Kevin Durant.
It's Wiggins. Yeah. Which is an unfortunate thing to say because dude had a lot of potential, and I feel like it's been squandered by the Timberwolves.
Now we can shift gears into the all-defensive first, second, and third teams. So first team, you got two teammates. You got Giannis and Eric Bledsoe. Then you got Paul George, Rudy Gobert, and Marcus Smart.
Now, there are going to be people that complain about Eric Bledsoe being on the first team. Mm-hmm. Those people didn't watch Milwaukee play defense this year.
Yeah. There
are going to be people complaining about Marcus Smart being on the first team. Those people have a case.
Yeah.
Those people have a case. They do. Now, there are guys under him that I think he's just as good defensively. I think you scrolled past it. They're not showing photos. It's just keep going. Second team. Boom.
That's first team.
Sorry.
Second team.
They don't do a third team.
Okay. Oh, they do. Do they not do a third team?
Not for defense, I don't think.
Huh. You're right.
Like, I think you can maybe do Drew Holiday. I'd probably go Klay Thompson in Marcus Smart's spot. But again, no hate on Marcus Smart being there. I just don't think he has the minutes to play there. Like, he doesn't play enough minutes to be considered a top-tier defender the way that guys like Klay Thompson and Drew Holiday and, honestly, Patrick Beverley do.
This is my ignorance with the game, but is Klay's spot secured basically because not a lot of people on Golden State play defense besides a couple?
Oh, you're not watching Golden State then. Everyone plays defense except Steph Curry. And they all have to work really hard to hide Steph Curry. Klay's spot is secured because he is literally the greatest 3-and-D player of all time. And it's something that's super valuable. He's maybe the best wing, on-ball wing defender outside of your elite level Paul George's, Kawhi Leonard's. He is a hair below those guys.
I'm fine with that.
And he's a guard. And the issue is Klay guards point guards really well because he's Kawhi Leonard's size.
Yeah.
It's cheating.
You big guy.
Yeah, and to mention, so the second team is Drew Holiday, Klay Thompson, Joel Embiid, Draymond Green, and Kawhi Leonard. Now this can bring up our second topic with the defensive team, is that our hometown boy, Miles Turner, do we think he got snubbed? Did he deservedly not make either team, or what do you think? He led the team he led the league in blocks.
It's hard. Who do you take out for him? Embiid.
Well, I mean, it'd have to either be Embiid or
Gobert.
But
that's unless you say Turner played the 4.
Yeah.
But then you're definitely not taking out Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
You're not taking out Draymond. Draymond Green's on there more reputation based, but also because he switches all 5 positions.
Yeah.
He is integral to their defense.
Yeah, I don't know, because definitely watching Miles,
he's their defensive cog.
He definitely did get a lot of blocks, but you don't really think of him as a very defensive player.
Right. I don't see him.
It's because he's skinny.
And he's also getting a ton of blocks because he's not scaring people.
Yeah.
He's getting blocks because people Gobert didn't get as many blocks as Turner because when people got in the lane against Utah and saw Gobert, they went, nope.
Yeah.
Whereas against Indiana, you go, I'll try it. And Miles would get a hand on it.
And Miles is really long, and he gets a lot of blocks that people are like, oh, I thought I could get that one off. Mm-hmm. A lot of his blocks came from guards.
Right.
But, Miles could not guard a full-fledged center.
No.
He could not play D against
I don't think he's been snubbed on this list.
Yeah.
I think if there was a third team, maybe.
Yeah. I think there was a third team, definitely.
You put him on there.
He's so big, but he's not, as much focus as he put into conditioning this year, as much focus as he put into, training with Vic, he didn't end up that actually big from that kind of training. Which is unfortunate.
All right, so now we can start talking about our third All-NBA team. We have the All-Rookie team. And they are the first 5 draft picks of this past draft. We got DeAndre Ayton, Marvin Bagley, Luka Doncic, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Trae Young. And now you posed a question earlier.
Mm-hmm.
This is our question of the day. So since this, why don't you go ahead? Tell us about it, Mr. Horse.
So I'll say, It is the first 5 overall picks. And Austin named them in order that are on the all-rookie team. Can you name the last time, and as far as I could find, the only time that the top 5 picks also were all-rookie first team?
No. My question will be, give me the decade. Because I don't know.
That narrows it.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
The decade is the 80s.
All right. Is it the Jordan draft?
It is the Jordan draft.
All right.
Can you name the rookies?
So you got, really? What's his name made the all-rookie team with the Sam Bowie?
Same boat, yep.
So you got Clyde.
Nope.
You got, no?
Wrong rocket.
It was Hakeem.
Yep.
Hakeem
Number 1
first.
overall was Hakeem.
Sam Bowie 2, Michael 3. Who's 4 and 5?
I'll tell you, of the 5 that made it, 3 are Hall of Famers, which bodes well for this rookie class.
Was that Barkley draft?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, was he 4 or 5?
I don't remember if he was 4 or 5, but the other was Sam Perkins.
Ah, okay.
Was the other guy. So
Gotcha.
2 Sams and 3 Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
Was the only other time I could find that the top 5 rookies were the all-rookie first team.
That's really cool. I think this...
We got really close with the LeBron draft.
Yeah.
Curse you, Darko Milicic. You know who made it instead of Darko in that draft?
Who?
So you got LeBron at 1. Darko goes 2. 3 is what? Melo. 4 is Chris Bosh.
5 Wade.
5 is Wade. Mm-hmm. And then Kirk Heinrich is the guy that sneaks in that wasn't a top 5 pick.
So yeah, that's their first team. Second team though, we got
He was a fun player.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Colin Sexton, Landry Shamet, Mitchell Robinson, and Kevin Huerter.
Mitchell Robinson
is fun. If you watched any of him, he's fun. I think his arms I think there's go-go gadget extensions in his arms, man. He is fun to watch.
I think this rookie class has like the potential to be really good. I mean, look at these other names. You got the Bridges. You got Mikhail and Miles. They're not actually related, but they got the same name. You got Kevin Knox, Wendell Carter Jr., Mo Bamba, Aaron Holiday.
Aaron Holiday got a vote?
Yeah, he got 2 votes. I think that's how this is.
For what? What did he do?
I don't know.
He played a couple games.
He played games.
That's playing. Okay.
He literally got like.
Maybe he performed well during those games. I watched.
Oh wait, no. He got 1 single vote for the second team.
All right, there we go. For validation.
Yeah. I mean, Mikhail Bridges.
He got the same number of votes as Mo Bamba.
He did. Mikhail Bridges had a whole vote for the All-NBA first team.
I think that's probably for the All-Rookie team.
Well, sorry, for All-Rookie first team. Yeah, that's what I meant.
So did Josh
All-Rookie MVP.
No. Oh, he did.
So did Miles Bridges.
He did. But that's weird. You got to vote for it anyways. But yeah, so these, like I said, I really like this draft class. I don't think this upcoming draft class is going to be as deep. But that does transition.
It's real top heavy.
It's very top
Carson
heavy.
Edwards.
And that does transition us into our third and probably final topic.
Carson Edwards.
Yes, our topic is Carson Edwards.
The topic is Carson Edwards. No, the draft lottery happened recently. And the Knicks did not get the number 1 overall draft pick. The New Orleans Zions did. And I guess the question I want to ask you too is, can Anthony Davis, will he stay or will he go?
He will go.
He will go?
Yeah.
Okay, really? All right. Say more.
What do you want me to be?
He will go.
Say more.
He'll stay. I don't believe
I think he'll go. I think one of the teams, somebody like, I don't know, LA, that jumped up to the top 5, will package a pick.
But also, will New Orleans trade it to LA? Because clearly, I
don't think they want to.
They made a big deal of how they did not want to
But if you're New Orleans, can you turn down 2 top 5 picks in a draft this top heavy?
They need 4 Kyle Kuzmas for it.
Especially if they throw in something like
a
package. If I'm New Orleans, I'd probably do that deal.
Take who do you?
Kyle Kuzma's?
What is the trade that you think would do it enough for the Pelicans?
That one's tough. Because they're gonna want more.
LeBron.
I mean that does bring up a valid. No, I mean that does bring up a point that people are talking about. Do you think LeBron can be traded?
Yes, LeBron can be traded. No, he won't be.
All right, but no. So
it's LA. Do you know how much they would shit on you for bringing?
LA trades their first rounder. They trade, call it Kuzma, Ingram. If I'm LA, I try to hold on to Kuzma.
Yeah.
I trade Ingram with everything I got. Magic Johnson is gone, and so is a staunch defender of Lonzo Ball's potential. You maybe throw him in there. And then a smattering of whatever else the hell they want.
Yeah. So maybe some cash consideration. I don't know.
I mean,
but yeah, no. So like
maybe a laundry machine.
Yeah, a nice little Sears laundry machine.
Hair dryers.
But yeah, so this draft lottery can go a lot of different ways.
And actually, the lottery went one way.
Well, the lottery went the actual draft.
Outside of like the top 3 picks, which we all think are going to be.
So we have New Orleans at 1. I forget the lineup.
Then Memphis at 2.
Memphis at 2.
Phoenix at 3.
Phoenix at 3. New York at 4, correct?
No, New York at 3.
New York at 3.
I'm dumb. Shit, I don't remember.
Yeah, I've forgotten.
Somebody Google it. Where's our producer? She's asleep.
The first 5 picks in the draft coming up are...
We're thinking New Orleans is probably... At New Orleans at 1, they're going to go Zion. Memphis at 2, probably going to go Ja Morant. The Knicks at 3, we're thinking RJ Barrett. And then after that, we don't even know if the Lakers will hold their pick at 4. They might trade it. Cleveland at 5. Phoenix at 6, probably taking whatever point guard is left.
Ooh, Atlanta's got 2 picks at
Chicago at 7,
10.
Atlanta at 8. Yeah, Washington at 9, Atlanta at 10. So Atlanta
Milwaukee
has 2
at
top
12 and 11.
Nope. Minnesota, Charlotte, Miami, Boston.
And then my only next question is, does Danny Ainge just have naked pictures of all the other like GMs around the league?
No, but he does have an ailing heart.
Do people feel bad for him? Is that why he gets all these draft picks? Danny Ainge
He's fleeced some teams.
Yes. They have the 14th pick from Sacramento. What was that trade?
It was Sacramento via Philadelphia.
Oh. Because they traded...
I don't even remember.
Danny Ainge and the Celtics literally made the NBA have to change their rules on trading. That's how much he finessed the league. Props to that man. If you literally do something that makes the National Basketball Association have to change their rules...
You just mean in the past couple of years, you mean?
Yeah, but like now you can't... Now you can't...
Look at all those finals. They haven't made 1 finals.
I know, but now. But I mean, all their players are young.
And gonna get packaged in a trade
maybe,
to get Anthony Davis.
But like... So, like, now you can't trade consecutive, like, first-round draft picks.
Eventually, Ainge is going to have to answer for the fact that all of this stuff, trades where he's clearly won, we think, hasn't gotten them anywhere. You know, if he packages it all for Anthony Davis this offseason, whoever that is, does it still, it has to be going somewhere.
Yeah.
You can't just keep kicking the can down the road and getting great picks. Philly tried it.
Look, I got a number 1. I got a number 2. I got a number 4.
It made Philly way better. I think Philly, if they can keep their team, is in a good position going forward, but I don't know if they can keep that team.
Well, also if Embiid can stay healthy.
That's true too.
But as good as that guy is, he just needs to keep his knees healthy.
Yeah.
Keep his legs healthy. It's a hard fucking game.
I think we're winding down here.
Yeah, so that's about that wraps up.
I've got one thing I wanted to talk about.
Yes, what do you want to talk
this
about?
was
Hamilton Soapbox.
This was an all-NBA podcast, so I'll keep it in the NBA. I won't rant on the horse racing, what happened with Bodie Express.
Can I give you an intro?
Sure.
Welcome to Hamilton Soapbox. Hamilton Soapbox.
Thanks, Zach.
Thanks, Zach, for that intro. My soapbox today is it's NBA related, and it's the pot and the kettle are fighting. I don't know if you saw this, but Kevin Durant and Chris Broussard are in a raging Twitter bitch fit. And
I did hear about
it's
that.
It's hysterical.
Why don't you tell us about it, Ham?
So basically, Chris Broussard said, how is Kevin Durant going to feel if the Warriors go win another ring without him? Does it cheapen the two rings that Kevin Durant has won with them so far? And Kevin Durant, didn't like it and just kind of said something, basically along the lines of like, what are you talking about? And someone asked Chris Broussard about it on television, and Chris Broussard said, "No, me and KD have a love-hate relationship. We've texted, many hours at night. We have a bunch of conversations, blah, 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 about all kinds of stuff.
Gross.
It's just good-natured stuff, blah, blah, blah." And Kevin Durant responded on Twitter and said, "Chris Broussard does not have my phone number." To which, which is, I think is hilarious if Chris Broussard is lying. But Chris Broussard is saying Instagram DMs, Twitter DMs, messaging apps, they're all the same as texting. Don't act like I'm lying. But he's also refusing to post screenshots proving any of it out of respect for KD's privacy or something. And
or benefit of the doubt, maybe it was the Snapchat.
Whatever.
Maybe Snapchat with a nice little female filter. And some doggy ears.
I must confess.
You just Chris Broussard
is it
sending
a female version of Hitler that you call Hitler?
Oh God. Chris Broussard is just sending dog ear emojis to Kevin Durant. It's like, hey, how you feel about the finals this year?
You just took a picture of Hitler. You took a female version of it. You created.
This is how I feel.
Created a Tinder called her Hitler.
Cool, thanks.
Called her Hitler.
But finish your soapbox.
I was just going to say, I'm obviously thrilled with this because I don't know if anyone that listens to this knows I happen to hate both of these two.
Yeah.
I don't like Kevin Durant and I don't like Chris
This
Broussard.
is now the Not Chris Broussard podcast.
So I just think Chris Broussard's sources have been bullshit his whole career. So
yeah,
this is so fun for me because KD is probably being petty and he probably did talk to Chris. But Chris isn't willing to post the screenshots because it will reveal that his relationship with KD is not as intimate as he has been leading people to believe.
Yeah.
Hey, so I heard you said this.
Yeah, so it's just so fun. Chris Broussard said, "If I'm lying, may I never get work at this network again." That's what he said.
Yeah.
Because he knows that he can get out on semantics and be like, by texting, I meant one time we Instagram DM'd.
But I mean, I do think I kind of
hella lame, Chris.
I do think I kind of lean to believe Chris Broussard.
And I think and Durant again is covering his bases by saying Chris Broussard doesn't have my number. That's all he said.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't.
Yeah.
They probably were just Instagram or Twitter DMs,
Yeah.
which is so stupid for both of them.
Yeah.
We already know KD is a 14-year-old girl when it comes to this
Yeah.
shit, which is fair because he never got the chance to have like a real childhood. Like, he's been doing this basketball shit his whole life, so he's not mature enough to understand, like, you don't have to get on your fucking phone and care what other people think.
I saw him on Hot Ones.
Even if what you did was bitch made as hell. I don't know. I'm not a fan of either of them, so this is so much fun. It's like...
I like how vicious you got.
This is Hamilton Soapbox. This is gonna be a new. This is going to be a new segment we do. It's a cool segment.
It's like that time Jeff Fisher, the old Titans and Rams coach, called Rodney Harrison, the old Patriots safety, a dirty player. And I was like, pot calling kettle black, dude. Like, you were a shitty dude. It was a whole lot of fun.
And this has been Hamilton Soapbox. Do. All right.
I'm going to kill myself.
I like it. No, not suicide. I don't like that.
I really hope you keep that part in, and like this just gets looped. And so every single time that he ends up talking about something, he's just like,
Yeah. Probably should cut it because I just remembered that it was Rodney Harrison saying that Jeff Fisher is a cheater as a coach, and not the other way around.
It's okay. We'll leave in that little
Edit it to make us sound good.
We need to. Wait, what's that thing when you
To make me sound
when
good.
you write in a newspaper and you say something wrong and you gotta write a
Redacted.
redacted. We gotta write a redaction. We gotta write a redaction. So we've seemed to wind down here. It's about all we have to
Winding
talk
down.
about. So thank you all so much for listening. This has been our podcast. We're just three dudes that like to talk sports and have fun. So we appreciate you giving us your time. Do us a favor, like, subscribe, comment some things that you think that we're stupid about, some things that you agree with.
Hit that
Or
bell icon.
Hit that bell
Ding, ding.
icon. Get notifications.
Ring that bell.
Ring that bell. Also, tweet us any questions you have. We might
Don't tweet me.
we want to do some segments in the future where we just like answer questions that anyone has for us. They can be vulgar, they can be angry, they can be
Actually, tweet me.
however
Tweet
you
me on
feel
the bad
about
things.
it. We'll put our handles down in the description. But
They can be vulgar, even though this is a pretty clean cut podcast.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
We're not vulgar on this podcast.
We're not vulgar.
Unless you think Skip Bayless is right 75% of the time, you fucking lunatic.
I think it was like 70, but I get
Sorry,
your
Carl.
point.
I don't know if that's your name.
I get your point. But join us next time. We'll have hopefully some more topics to talk about. The sports world, at least the sports world that we view on, is dying down. But hopefully,
Which is to say, it's baseball season.
let's just say it's baseball season.
Let's go Reds.
But NFL should be picking up soon. We'll have preseason in like months, but
Love the niffle.
love the niffle. You gotta,
I do it all for the niffle.
Nugs in 9.
We're just a couple dudes.
We're just a couple dudes that love the good old tomfoolery and the sports ball. We're no professionals, but we just like to talk sports. We like to talk sports, so we don't care who knows. But we do care about this one solemn fact, and I'll tell you what that fact is. At least at the end of the day, we're not Skip Bayless.
Fisting is my first base.